Oh, you just let me just take that away, didn't you?
Sure.
Look at what we have before us, and we have the chef that can do this for you too. We have Wyatt Foley with us with Foley Cecil Kitchen, and tell us about your place and a little history of how you got started.
Sure. Well, I moved back to Harrison from New York about a year and a half ago, and had always wanted to open my own restaurant. And at the suggestion of some people, they said, "What we really need in Harrison is a restaurant that just focuses on families, working families, great Southern food, just for takeaway situations." So that's what we've done. We're calling it Foley Cecil Kitchen. I'm a Foley. My grandmother's side of the family was the Cecils. We have a ton of great recipes, as you can tell. And so we call it Foley Cecil Kitchen, and we're open Monday through Friday for pre-orders, pick up between 4:30 and 7:30 in the afternoon.
Where are you?
We're at 119 East Stevenson, which is located right behind Leffler's, the old Walters building.
Oh, okay.
Right, next to the salon there.
Next to InStyle Salon, right, yes.
Okay,
Yep.
all right.
And do you utilize family recipes then in some of your...
Almost everything we do is a family recipe coming from, either the Foley or the Cecil side of the family. We do have a few new things, but we're focusing on, classic things that, we were brought up on, focusing on, just quality things for a family dinner. We've got a couple of dishes here today. We focused on some cold things here today. One
some
is
nice light looking.
It's still supposed to be 100 degrees today, I think. So
Right.
we focused on some light things, some summer salads. This is a classic chicken salad, very nice, very flavorful. Comes with a homemade cheese biscuit, and this is what we call a BLT salad. It's just a wedge of iceberg lettuce.
Did you hollow out some of it, or is it just piled on top?
No, it's just piled on top.
Okay.
There's no hollowing out.
Okay.
With homemade blue cheese dressing and grape tomatoes and bacon and blue cheese crumble.
Oh, yeah, I see the bacon on there.
Really
yeah.
good stuff.
Cool.
Really good stuff. Bacon makes everything better.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Of course
Anything
it
better.
does.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Even
Okay.
a bowl of cereal makes it taste so much better.
Absolutely. Bacon on anything.
Bacon on
Bacon ice
anything.
cream is great.
And you
Yeah.
said these are...
That's a homemade cheese biscuit. It sort of looks like a cookie, but it's not. It's a
this-
homemade cheese biscuit.
Was it a family thing, or something you... Did
it's-
you pick up some stuff in New York that,
Well, picked
that
up some stuff. I mean, we're trying to keep it, really traditional, for, Southern things. Or we're adding some things. This is a recipe actually from my mom. But I mean, we have some different things. We have chicken marsala, which is not, it's a Northern Italian dish. We have chicken parmesan. We have some different things, but we're really trying to focus on those things that people around these parts, as they say, we're raised on. And,
What about sandwiches? Do you have any kind?
we actually
or
don't
not?
have any sandwiches
Okay.
right now. We're not doing any lunch at this point. We're just focusing on dinner. So, we've had things like bacon wrapped meatloaf with Yukon Gold mashed potatoes and cashew chicken, because this is a huge cashew
You can get
chicken
the
town.
whole meal, which is... I mean, if you call it in reserve, you can get the whole 9 yards.
The whole 9 yards, right.
Okay.
The whole 9 yards,
So that
yes.
you don't have to think about anything, I guess, except your drink.
We'll think about it all.
So if you don't do lunch, when are your hours?
You can pre-order during the day, either by calling us, emailing us, or logging on to FoleyCecilKitchen.com
Right.
and placing your order via the web. And you can pick up your food between 4:30 and 7:30 every afternoon, Monday through Friday. We're closed on Saturday and Sunday.
Now, I guess you can go to that website as well and find out your daily menu.
The menu is posted. We have a weekly menu that's posted each week, and you can just click on the menu tab and see what we have for the week, and that's updated every Sunday evening for the following week.
So what are some of your favorites?
Oh, I mean, I'm a huge fan of the meatloaf, which is wrapped in bacon again, and it's with Yukon Gold mashed potatoes. That's really good. I'm a huge fan of chicken marsala. We also have cashew chicken, because everybody in Harrison loves cashew chicken. We do a really good one of those. Those are probably my favorites.
So do you find yourself creating new ones? I mean, not that it would be boring by any means, but rather than repeating week after week, do you constantly add?
Sure. What we try to do is each week we try to add at least 1 or 2 new recipes, and that may be something that we add completely new and just increase our offering, or we may take something that for the last few weeks didn't do as well as we thought it would do. There's also the weather. When it's 100 degrees outside, people may not be interested in Alfredo sauce as they might be in a cold salad.
Exactly.
So as the weather changes, we'll be introducing some roasted autumn vegetables as a side dish, and chilies and soups and stews and beef bourguignon and some stuff like that for the fall. But we're just figuring out what people really like right now.
So this is a kitchen. It's not really a place to come and eat.
Right. We don't have any seating.
I just want to make that clear to
Do you
everyone.
ever want to go that route?
Sure. I'd love to go that route, but we wanted to start small and really find out what people would respond to and what they really wanted and what they really liked before we even move into that direction.
Now, there's some other things you're doing that you want to talk about. Some of the humanitarian things you're doing in the area.
Sure, absolutely. We have we're striving to have a zero waste policy, which we've been open for about 5 or 6 weeks now, and so far we've wasted 0 edible food. At the end of the day,
as opposed to what do most
restaurants
do?
Well, a lot of restaurants try to have what's called food harvest, meaning at the end of the day, anything that's left, they try to give away, to different charities and things like that. That doesn't always work. So a lot of traditional restaurants throw a lot of food, and that's a relative sense, relative
And it's
term.
not because they don't want to; they have to.
They have to because. But what we try to do is we try to do everything via pre-order, so we know exactly how many portions to make. Now we may miss that by a little bit, but we've given a lot of food away to Sanctuary at the end of the day, and we've given some to Hospice of the Hills. So we're really striving to have a zero waste policy because there's a great number of people in this country that go, children especially that go to bed hungry every night. So we're really trying not to waste any food and really trying to be conscious and not waste any, and that we do have left over to give to some sort of a charity.
Okay.
And then we're also starting a program, which we're going to start in the next couple of weeks, for first responders, ambulance, EMTs, firefighters, and police officers, so that their families can have a free meal at Foley Cecil Kitchen once every month for a family of 4. So we're going to try to launch that. And then we also have been very conscious about the takeout containers that we have. We have a selection of them here. We have no styrofoam. We're trying to only use those things which are recyclable, which styrofoam is not. So we're only using plastic, metal, and paper.
So are you a proponent of being all green?
We're as much as you possibly can be, because styrofoam cannot be recycled anyway, and it's just there.
Very much.
And so we're trying to, this deli container is something that people can reuse in their home. It's dishwasher safe. Our entree things are both metal, which are recyclable, and a paper lid.
Not to mention you can reheat in there.
Right, and if you order stuff family style for 4 or 6 people, it comes in this large aluminum one, which you can reuse or recycle.
Okay.
Now, do you have dessert stuff too, or just mainly just the meal?
We're just starting to get into desserts. We actually don't have any on the menu yet.
Okay.
Now, your grandmother must have had a whole.
We've got. It's
them.
not that we don't have. It's not that we don't have the recipes. We've definitely got the recipes. It's just figuring out what's the best way to make them. What are you going to serve them in? How are you going to refrigerate them?
Plenty of sugar. Yeah.
We tried with the help of actually one of our customers, Mandy Hoffman, yesterday. We tried a pumpkin cheesecake made with bourbon. No bacon, but bourbon. So we're making
That's
steps.
just as good.
We're making steps. Yeah. So we tried that yesterday.
Good. And
so we'll get into desserts
public
eventually.
response?
Public response has been great. People are very good in the afternoon once they take the food away about, either sending us a message back on Facebook or sending us an email or calling us and let us know, I thought it was great. So far, we haven't had any negative comments. I mean, obviously that'll come, and it's important because it's important for us to learn what people liked and what they didn't like. But so far, the response has been great. I mean, we couldn't be happier with the response. And
you mentioned you're on Facebook, so you can go there, and I think you list your menu.
Our menu is listed daily on Facebook. We post every morning what's for the day because Facebook limits you to 500 characters for a post. So we limit it just to the daily.
So if is it too late in the morning of to call you and pre-order?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
What's your cutoff?
Well, it all depends on what we're making. If it's something that has to cook for a long period during the day, it's best to call early in the morning. If it's something that we really don't start making until 4 o'clock, like grilled chicken Alfredo, you can call up to that point. But most people order the day of. Very few people order the day before. So it's one of those things. Just give us a shout. If we're sold out of something, we'll let you know. And but we're increasing each day the number of portions that we make, based on the same menu items from the last week. So
have you gotten any requests for parties or catering or that kind of thing?
We've had quite a few catering requests, but catering is a very different business model than operating a restaurant. So there are a lot of people in town that do catering and do a really good job of catering. So it's probably something that we'll get into, but you really want to have your ducks in a row, so to speak. Before
you're taking baby steps right now.
We're taking baby steps right now.
Yes.
And I'm thinking now with all the fall sports activities and stuff, this is a great alternative to going to your fast food restaurant. You can have your family meal already ready, and ahead of time that you're probably going to need it, so it's a good.
And there's actually a link on our website called The Family Dinner, which talks about the statistics of families that eat a meal together every night, about lower instances of drug use, teen pregnancy, all sorts of things. So there's a great link that you can just check out some facts on our website about the importance of families having dinner together every night.
It is an important time.
Yeah, it's a very important. I mean, I grew up having a family dinner every night with all 6 of us 5 nights a week. So.
But that was fun.
It was, yes, it definitely was.
How much of Healthy Choices is involved with what you make?
We're focusing more on things that taste good. So
this looks healthy to me.
I mean, blue cheese dressing is not the greatest thing in the world, but it's got a lot of fiber in the lettuce. Tomatoes.
Sure.
This is boneless, skinless chicken breast with it. I mean, it has a little bit of a mayonnaise dressing, but not much. So we have a good balance of things. We have a pinto bean every week, which is very high in protein. Somewhat low in fat, but
for those people that may be health conscious.
Right. It's one of those things that you can make your choices.
And I'm sure your menus will evolve. And
sure, we'll add more things as we move forward.
Now, your hours again throughout the week?
We're open Monday through Friday. Pre-order during the day, and you can pick up between 4:30 and 7:30 in the evening.
How early can you pre-order?
As early as 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
And you can call us at 416-2120.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Great.
Anything
Thank
else you want to add?
Yeah, anything?
That's it. Just and thanks very much to all the people that have already come out. Hope you enjoyed it.
Okay. Well, we
you
encourage
much.
people to take advantage of what's going on locally, and Wyatt's here to promote that, and we're so glad that you're here in the community, taking the baby steps, and maybe at some point
You
you'll have a
bet.
full-blown gourmet restaurant that people can take advantage of.
From your mouth to God's ears.
I'd love to see that on the square where people are enjoying themselves eating outside.
You bet.
Well, we were very focused on wanting to remain downtown.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm glad to
Very
hear
good.
that.
Wyatt, thanks so
Thanks
much
very much
for
for
being
having
Thank
us.
you.
Thanks.
All right, we're going to be talking with Wayne Cohn and Greg Stevenson about an NRA event that's coming up real soon, so stay with us.